Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the heavyweight bout between Tim Johnson versus Linton Vassell. And how this one right here between Johnson versus Vassell is momentum pick right here, really momentum pick. Tim Johnson was like riding pretty good momentum. First he was like a guy like nobody really cared about. Came to Bellator, got starched by Chicago. I think he had some other losses. But then he started turning around. I think really the Tyrell Fortune fight was when he shifted around. And he even gave some people that he should have gave some hard fights. So yeah, he knocked out a pretty solid prospect in Tyrell Fortune. He has some subsequent good performances, or at least competitive performances with guys that are supposed to be at the top or supposed to be champions. And he did held his own. And he also eventually lost to Chicago. Didn't get a knockout. He didn't get the knockout back, but he got a decision victory over Chicago. Competitive. Some people argue Chicago won, but nonetheless, got a win over Chicago. Got that avenge that loss in some sense. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one. It's full. Cause like I said, I don't know what I'm saying. Like I said, what are you saying? What are you saying? For real, what is this man saying? And just how y'all be saying that sometimes, I be saying it to myself sometimes. Like I be rambling. But yeah, with this one, I feel like Tim Johnson does have a good angle that he potentially can win this one. Linton Vassell, not to say he's not a technical guy, he's definitely a technical guy, definitely more technical than most heavyweights, than 99.9% of heavyweights. Because these heavyweights this era are, to me, a lot of them are straight trash. Outside of ones that, the very few that's like really phenomenal, that really elevated past the generation, like the ones era for era, you're supposed to keep getting better. It's like the rest of the guys worse than the people from the 90s. Like you're supposed to get better. Like they de-evolved, but less than the 90s and like the early stages of MMA. Then the newer like guys that climb to the top. These guys are the true breed. The guys that have actually evolved. You've seen the evolution of MMA. But the heavyweights, like they got people like literally caveman. Like why don't you have any grappling? But I don't know. I'm going off topic again. But yeah, either way, Linton Vassell, I feel like more technical most heavyweights. Tim Johnson does have a wrestling background. He is big. He is strong. And I feel like with Vassell, like I'm not saying he's not technical or anything, but he definitely is a guy that relies on that strength a lot in these exchanges. And I feel like Tim Johnson might be able to address his strength a little bit and have some opportunities to touch him with that heavyweight power, heavyweight weight on the feet, could potentially knock out Linton Vassell. So that's definitely an angle in this one. So this is definitely not no confident pick. I probably say average. I'm gonna say average. It ain't low. It's average. I'm gonna go with Linton Vassell in this one. But that is a big concern that maybe Tim Johnson can stuff some of the takedowns, or at least be able to maybe give us some early, but be able to get back to his feet, stop for at least one or two, or at least one, get some opportunity to stand with Vassell, especially Vassell tired, and be able to put that power on him and knock him out. That's a very big threat in this one. That's a very big possibility. I'm gonna go with Linton Vassell. I feel like he's a more technical fighter, and I feel like he can find ways to drag this to the mat. And I feel like on the ground, Johnson, it's not like he has no amazing jiu-jitsu or anything, and he hasn't really been there with a guy that mostly he's been in there with heavyweights that are either just wrestlers or strikers. Or, matter of fact, most of them have just been wrestling. They don't really have the grappling aspect to the game like Linton Vassell does. Linton Vassell has the wrestling and the grappling. His wrestling may not be as good as some of the other guys, but he's probably one of the stronger people in like, especially when he was in light heavyweight. Heavyweight, I don't know how his strength ranks up, but still probably one of the stronger guys. But I wouldn't say he's top 10 as far. Matter of fact, I don't know, but definitely light heavyweight strong in general, a very strong dude, and then pretty much solid wrestling. Very underrated BJJ, and I feel like he's gonna be able to get a submission in this one. But again, one of these awkward fights. But I feel like Linton Vassell is gonna be able to find a way to get it to the mat. To the mat, he's gonna be able to give something Tim Johnson hasn't really seen at this level. Because like I said, a lot of these heavyweights don't really have BJJ. They just wrestlers or strikers or bar brawlers. So I feel like Linton Vassell will be able to find a way to get to the mat. Probably be like a half guard, work to be able to get to the mount, be heavy on top. Tim Johnson gonna give up his back, trying to get off, avoid the ground and pound. Linton Vassell gonna flat him out, land some little hooks from the back mount, then sink in the rear naked choke and tap him out in the second round. So in this fight, I got Linton Vassell via second round submission.